Who are you? How'd you get in here?
Sit down, Robert.
How do you know my name?
Sit down. We need to talk.
Get out.
Don't make this any harder than it has to be.
I'm calling the police.
Okay. Now you're going to listen to me. Try to do the polite way, but this is the way you want it. Fair enough.
What have you done to me?
I've paralysed you. Oh, don't worry. The effects are only temporary. If I'd maintained that hold for much longer, your paralysis would be permanent. You do well to remember that.
What do you want? I haven't done anything.
Oh, it's not what you've done. It's what you're about to do. Nice collection. Ah. Terminator 2. That'll do nicely. This will give you a frame of reference that you can understand. You know the scene where the scientist is visited by the Terminator and he's told that his work is going to cause the near annihilation of the human race? Yes? Well, you're the scientist. Which I suppose makes me the Terminator. Actually, that's a better analogy than I thought. Because you see, if we can't find a way to stop you doing what you're doing, I'm here to kill you. Your paralysis should be wearing off now. Yeah, the pins and needles are a bitch. You know smoking can kill you. Assuming you live past today, of course. You ever thought about giving up?
I think you've got the wrong guy. I'm not some weird scientist type who's about to wipe out half of humanity. I work in IT for Pete's sake.
No, what you are, Robbie, my boy, is someone who likes to flout authority. And it's not your day job that interests me. It's what you get up to in your spare time, weekends, evenings, on that computer. And I'm not talking about searching for the holy grail of free quality porn.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Let's assume for a moment I'm not an idiot. I know all about you. Your life's a bit empty, isn't it? You do a job you hate. You live alone. Obviously. And the only way you justify your sorry little existence is by hacking your way into other people's lives. Well, you're not one of those really sad hackers. The ones that come up with viruses and infect other people's systems just because they can. You're one of those nosy hackers. You like to gain access to the inaccessible just to see what they're hiding. For you, it's all about the technical challenge.
You can't prove that.
I don't need to prove it, Robbie lad. I'm not the police or anything. The point is, I know you. You even found it amusing when you got a car with FKU in the license plate.
How do you know that?
It's parked outside.
Oh.
The only way you get through your day is by sticking two fingers up at the world. Well, this program you're working on right now is going to achieve that all too well.
What do you mean?
This program will enable you to gain access to this planet's biggest national defense systems.
You mean it'll work?
Sadly, yes. I notice you have war games in your collection. I'm betting that's one of your all-time favourite films, isn't it? Thought so. Yes, it'll work. And you'll use it to nosy around without interfering with anything, which is very clever. But then you'll give the program to William Powell, which isn't. In fact, it's downright stupid.
What's Powell got to do with this?
Well, Powell is a much more sadistic and malicious species of hacker than you. But fortunately, he lacks your talent. So the amount of damage he's been able to inflict has been limited. But when you give him this program, he'll use it to shut down the national defense systems just for a laugh. As luck would have it, he chooses to do this just as the Earth is scanned by a hostile alien force. And finding you all defenseless, they decide to invade, which will make the laugh all a little hollow. You see, 3/4 of the Earth's population gets wiped out. Dead. Gone.
You had me going there for a minute. You bastard.
Sorry you've lost me.
You know I like science fiction, but the key word there is fiction. You're talking crap. Aliens don't exist.
Yes, we do.
Oh shit, you're insane.
Tell me, Bertie boy, how many humans do you know can paralyse you just by using their fingertips? Now, ordinarily, we wouldn't be too bothered about some parochial Class D civilization getting itself wiped out by a hostile party. But Earth is different. You see, around the universe there are certain nexus points. Areas of little importance in themselves, but they seem to attract events of great importance to other galaxies. And Earth is like that. Which is why I get to spend so much time here. And in my downtime, it's nothing like watching a good movie. I have to say, your civilization might not amount to much in the grand scheme of things, but you do know how to make some damn fine movies.
Well, I'm glad we'll be remembered for something.
You won't be remembered for anything if this invasion is successful. And that's the whole point. Not only that, but the ripples your demise will cause to other planets will be catastrophic. Which is why I cannot allow you to complete that program.
Look, if what you say is true, then it's Powell that causes the problem. Why don't you talk to him?
Well, I might just do that. Since there's a few decisions Mr. Powell is about to make that people I work for have taken issue with. But, in the case of this particular devastation, that'd be like treating the symptoms instead of the cause. It all comes down to your program, Rob.
I just won't give it to him then.
Even if you don't give it to Powell, how will you stop anyone else getting hold of it? No, the only way to be sure is to remove the mind of the person that created it.
No.
Yes. Face it, Bobby. Some days you're the pigeon, other days you're the statue. Today, you're the statue.
And you're the pigeon?
Oh, yes.
If you were going to kill me, why haven't you done it already?
Maybe I'm looking for alternatives.
No. I think you're just trying to scare me. You're all bluff. You won't kill me.
You don't know me. Let me tell you about my life. Many years ago, I was stitched up, for want of a better phrase, by certain members of my government. I was thrown into jail and left to rot. Then I was visited by, I guess you'd call them a black ops unit. They gave me a choice. Work for them or stay where I was. So I've been working for them ever since. Nearly half my life now. Should have stayed in jail.
Why?
I kill people. That's what I do. Oh, I've done other things, some of which I'm actually proud of. Saved lives. I've saved entire planets. But I've killed to do it when necessary because that's what they tell me to do. over the years, well, I've done things that haunt my dreams when I sleep. I don't bother to sleep much these days.
Then why don't you just quit?
Well, why didn't I think of that? It's not as simple as that, Robbo. If I quit, or if I resist them in any way, they've made it very clear to me on a number of occasions, they will throw me back in that cell and they will target my family. I'm not working for the Salvation Army, you know. I have no way out. I have to do exactly what they tell me to, whether I like it or not. And what they tell me is you cannot be allowed to finish that program ever.
This isn't fair. All I've done is tinker around in cyberspace. I haven't harmed anyone. I'm not like Jack the Ripper or somebody.
Jack the Ripper, if I recall correctly, is widely regarded to have killed 5 people. And even that's open to debate. Even if you add in the alleged extra victims, it comes to less than 20. You will be responsible for the deaths of 5 billion. No, you're not Jack the Ripper. You're much, much worse.
So you keep saying, but how do you know it'll even happen?
I know.
I don't deserve this.
What you deserve or don't deserve are spectacularly irrelevant, I'm afraid. It all comes down to the numbers. You see, if I let you live, billions of people will die. But if I kill you, billions of people will live. The numbers are most definitely not in your favour, Bertie. And that's why I won't have any nightmares about killing you.
How was I supposed to know?
You weren't. It's just one of life's sick little jokes, like I said. Today, you're the statue.
What can I do? What if I promise not to continue the programme?
Well, it'd be a start. How do I know you'll keep your word? How do I know you won't be tempted in a few years to complete it? How do we stop the work that you've already done being discovered and developed by somebody else?
Well, what else can I do?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? Could always forget, I suppose.
Forget? How am I supposed to forget?
With help.
What kind of help?
I could hypnotise you. Make you forget the programme. Remove the desire to ever write it again. We purge it from the hard drive. It's gone forever.
Hypnotise me?
Oh, I'm not talking about the little parlour games you've got on this planet. I'm talking about putting you in a catatonic trance and removing your memories with the precision of a surgeon. I'm quite good at it, you see.
Yeah, I'll bet.
I can remove 1 or 2 other urges at the same time, if you like.
You stay away from me.
There are only 2 choices. You forget, or you leave here in a body bag. I like you. I don't want to have to kill you. But don't underestimate my resolve if you give me no other choice.
This hypnosis thing. Will it hurt?
You won't feel a thing. Trust me.
Rob! What is that numbnuts doing out here? Mate! Paul, what's up? What on earth are you doing out here?
Just taking a walk. Bit of exercise, you know.
What? Never mind. How's that programme coming along?
What program?
You know, the one you mentioned the other night. You said it was going to be dynamite.
Oh, is this in the pub?
Well, yeah, it was, as a matter of fact.
Had I been drinking?
Well, a few.
And it's most likely the beer was talking.
Come on, mate. Don't hold out on me.
I'm not. No, thanks. I don't smoke.
Well, now I know you're having a laugh.
I'm not having a laugh. You know I don't smoke.
You know what? Fine. If you've suddenly become a born-again health freak, fine. If you say there's no programme, fine! Keep it to yourself. I didn't want it anyway. Who the hell are you? How did you get into my car?
William Powell.
Maybe.
We need to talk.